Hi, Dr. DeRosiers. This is Amy. This is my family intervention video. Here with me I have Kara and Kelsey. They're going to be playing my family members. Kelsey is the 17-year-old daughter, Carson, and Kara is going to be playing mom, Angela. So recently, just kind of a background on the problem, Carson was recently charged with some stealing and other minor criminal charges, which has caused a lot of tension and lack of, kind of broken down some of the trust that they have in their relationship. There's a lot of tension in the communication patterns. Also, Carson's experiencing some anxiety and guilt from her recent decisions. So we're going to be working on those to get started, and then we'll go into some cognitive, behavioral, and solution-focused therapy. All right. So how's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I want to do a check-in with you. Anything new and exciting, or anything concerning happened this week?
I guess nothing big happened since the last time that I got in trouble when I stole. But just like little stuff at school, I guess. I haven't gotten in like big trouble or anything.
We're having a hard time talking. Getting on the same page.
Okay. So when you're having a hard time talking, what do you do?
We just don't talk.
Yeah, I think her father and I are having a hard time reconciling her behavior lately, and this is still our child, but obviously we don't approve of what she's doing or engaging in.
Right. So let's think back a little bit. What was communication like before, Carson? What was communication like for you before you made some of these decisions?
See, I don't feel like we really talked that much before. And, I guess we were talking more than we are now. But, I was pretty by myself a lot.
That makes me feel bad because I thought that we did talk. Maybe I was wrong.
And so what did you feel whenever you felt like you guys talked more? How did you feel like it went?
Well, I felt like we tell each other about each other's days. Looking back, I suppose I could have been more attentive. Maybe I guess I should have been more attentive, and maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Carson, what does that make you feel like? Do you agree that she should have been more attentive?
Yeah, I do. I know that they're busy, and I can understand that, but they're still my parents, and I feel like they should want to be more involved with what I'm doing, and instead I'm just out doing whatever because I can.
I'd like to work on that. I'm definitely open to it.
Okay. Well, that's great because I've got an activity for us to do today on relationship building, and it's got some items on here that's going to kind of help us brainstorm maybe some activities you guys can do together, and build upon that communication, practice those more effective communication skills while y'all are together. We'll kind of model what those look like today as we're doing this. And so far, you guys have done a really good job of being receptive of what each other is saying. That's a really good strength. So I've given you all this worksheet. The first item on here is just listing some places you all would like to visit together.
I think if we just took an afternoon and went to the zoo or something, I think that would be fun. I don't feel like we really spend time together outside of our house.
We don't as much as we should. I admit that. I think a zoo would be fun.
Okay. So we'll we'll write that one down. Maybe some potential other outdoor places that we can think of later. And you all will be able to keep this for your reference too. So if you want to add anything, look back to it later, cross it off your list, you'll have that. Mom, what do you think?
Well, we've always talked about taking a family vacation to Key West, and I think that this would be a good time to make that happen. I mean, at least as a goal that we're working towards, rather than something we just say we're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe begin some planning.
Yeah.
You all could both work on the planning process. Maybe you could help Mom find some places you all could visit and stay. Places to eat.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. That's always something we enjoy too together. Okay, so what about any movies, books, or music you all would like to do together? Is there a concert? You like any of the new movies that are coming out? I know Marvel is coming out with a whole bunch.
Oh, yeah. I don't really watch TV much, so I don't know what comes out. But I like pretty much all kinds of movies. I would be willing to go to one.
I would definitely.
And we could take Dad.
Yeah. Maybe he's more of a movie person.
He is a little more of a movie person. Yeah, action movies.
Okay.
So that might be something.
Yeah, get him involved too. All right. So we'll just maybe when you get home, you guys can consult with Dad and see what he says.
Yeah.
And the next one. So let's look at this one from a little bit different angle. We have fun when. So I know communication's been off a little bit for a while now. So let's think about some times you had that you can remember maybe that you all had fun together before.
Well, we used to go camping when she was young, and that was a good time.
Okay.
All three of us.
That's what I was gonna say. Actually, we used to, take all like the camping food, like hot dogs, and we would make s'mores. And it was really fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, and that's perfect timing because the weather's getting perfect for camping now.
It is.
Do you all have a favorite place to camp?
Beach Bend. We just like that. Now we had the option to go to the water park, or we did. I think it would still be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And the next one, actually, before we go on to the next one, so you all said that you used to go camping, and it's something else we can do now. Is there any specific activities you all do when you go camping?
Cooking over the fire is a big one. We all enjoy that. And hiking.
Okay.
And Dad taught me to fish.
Yep. It's really a good time for the family.
Yeah. And those will be some really good times for you all to really spend together, away from technology, and not have you're not going to really have the opportunity to walk away, but maybe practice some really good communication skills. So we'll go over some of those too. So as a team, tell me what's something you all do together that you're good at, even if it's pitching a tent.
I leave that to Dad.
Oh, yeah.
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 Well, we cooked. We cooked together.
Yeah, we are good at cooking. Like birthdays or holidays, we kind of all chip in together. So that's actually a good thing we do together.
Okay.
Or a thing we do together well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm hoping that from this you all will have some more ideas and kind of take maybe a less apprehensive approach and be more open and forgiving of whatever expectations you have, and just kind of welcome the opportunity to really enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll put cooking down there as well.
Definitely.
It's good that you all can do that together because I know cooking with somebody can be stressful as well.
It can. I don't know. We kind of take our individual roles and we work well as a team.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the next item is going to take kind of a different look on it. What are some weaknesses you guys have as a team?
I'd like to hear David's.
Carson's.
I don't think that this is kind of silly, I guess, but when we shop together, it seems
shop where? Like at the grocery or?
Or anytime.
Anytime
we go to
shopping.
Walmart, Mom and you
Yeah.
and Dad are bickering.
It's a stressful experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's something that you can't really avoid is shopping. I mean, you have to get groceries several times a month, I'm sure. How often do you all go grocery shopping?
A couple times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you all, you're typically with one or the other.
Yes.
If not all of you together.
Yeah, stress that. It's because we're usually in a hurry and have to get in and out, and no one agrees on what we need, what they want. So, which is odd because when we get in the kitchen and put it together, it works. But
Right.
the experience of the store itself is not a good one.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder why that is different for you all. What to be in the kitchen versus when you're in the grocery store.
Well, for one, like the motorized things are in the way, and Dad just can't stand it.
Yeah.
Complains about it all the time,
It's true.
and like, I guess it just like takes too much time to get what you want. And like Mom said, trying to decide what we want. We all want different things.
Mm-hmm.
But then once we're home, it's what we have, so we just make it happen.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we can kind of build off of your all's roles that you have in the kitchen, and maybe shift those to the shopping experience. You know, maybe we leave Dad to parking the car and grabbing a few items off the list, or maybe something.
Yeah.
Or maybe just leave him in charge of pushing the cart while you all are going through, and then you all.
Or
What?
maybe, can I suggest something?
Absolutely.
Please.
Maybe we can do a better job at planning what we're going to get.
I will definitely agree with that. There should definitely be a list, and usually if there is, it's haphazard and no one really follows it. So I think that's key here. I think Carson just really hit the head on the nail.
Okay. So maybe
Nail on the head.
making a list. We can better plan ahead by making a list. Okay. That will really help narrow down the
That's what a lot
time
of stuff.
spent and the
I agree.
confusion. Maybe like have an ongoing list that you have hanging in your kitchen or something like that.
Mhm.
That you kind of just jot down the items you need, and then whoever goes to the store, you grab that and just only that. Try sticking to only that.
Yeah, maybe we could review it before we go in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
That would definitely probably help with the stress level.
Okay. So next item, what are some unique things you all have in common? I'd say you're both good brainstormers so far.
Yeah, we're good at problem solving when we apply ourselves.
I would agree with that.
Absolutely, and that's a really, really good thing to have in common as well. So we're going to put problem solving. Now, what do you think makes it more difficult to problem solve with each other versus problem solving in the grocery store?
I feel like I shut down sometimes, and I really shouldn't.
And I think I have a tendency of walking away. Especially when all three of us, me, Mom, and Dad, are trying to have a conversation that's not really going how I want it to. I kind of just leave instead of talking it out or problem solving.
Nothing really gets resolved.
Yeah.
So then it's just
both
kind of
ways to walk away from the problem and shut down. That's not going to get anywhere. It's not going to help facilitate the situation. So recognizing that is the first step that we can take towards increased problem solving between the two. So what are some things you think you can do instead that would help you? Carson?
Staying in the room.
Now, is that gonna help, or do you think you might become more angry or frustrated? Because that's a possibility.
Yeah, that is a possibility. And
So, what if? Go ahead.
maybe if they would let me say exactly what it is I'm trying to say without. I just feel like they cut me off because they're like, this is how it's going to be. And they don't really let me explain why. Maybe I want to do something or why I feel a certain way. Maybe that I would be more likely to stay and have a conversation, even if it ended up not going how I want it to, if they would just let me explain myself.
And I would have to say that she's not far from the truth there. I think that sometimes we could let her explain herself, finish her thoughts even. Sometimes we just get so wrapped up in being parents and being right.
I think that's really good that we explored that. Angela, how does it make you feel when Carson walks away?
She doesn't care. But now, hearing that, maybe she just doesn't feel heard. Maybe I just looked at it wrong.
I think we both have, again, going back to maybe our expectations that we have for the situation, they're just not clear. So if we make the choice to listen and be present, and recognize that each other is trying in those situations, so maybe next time things get a little heated or there's a misunderstanding, instead of walking away and instead of maybe cutting her off or not listening as thoroughly, we take a breath together and recognize that each other is trying. You know, it's important to recognize that Carson's making the choice to stay in the room and to hear out the conversation, and that maybe mom is making a choice to take a deep breath and listen. And we can better maybe work through whatever's going on. And like you said, it may not go out as planned, but at least it will be resolved versus having that that strange feeling in the air, you know, in between each other's presence. And it's just it's a different approach to problem solving. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
Do you think it's doable?
I think so.
Okay. So now I want you each to name something that you value in each other.
Honesty.
She takes care of me.
Those are both very good qualities.
Even when she got in trouble, she owned up to it and was honest about her responsibility in it. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And I feel like that kind of shows that shows trust on both parts. You know, something that you all have been kind of struggling with. You know, it takes Carson to be able to trust in you, to be able to come to tell and own up to those kind of things, and you have to be able to trust that what she's saying is honest.
Right.
And for you to say that she's honest like that shows a big step and a big sign of trust. So maybe we can shift our views that maybe it's not exactly a lack of trust and that things aren't as broken as they feel. So that's great. I'm going to put those qualities down here: honesty and maybe committed to taking care of your well-being. Anything else you guys want to add?
I like that she was really remorseful too. I mean, while I don't condone that behavior at all, I think how she handled it was good.
Absolutely.
Time to grow from there.
Yeah, I mean we can't hold on to it. We have to recognize it and grow from it. Like you said, you're absolutely right. And it takes a strong character to own up to those and be take responsibility. So from this and from all these things we went over, can we list a couple of goals that you all have for your future together?
Talk more.
Shop together effectively.
Or do things together,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah. Just be more of a family again.
Do you feel like some of the things on this sheet will help you working
Yes.
towards those?
I do. I think it's opened my eyes, I know, to a few things.
Some things I haven't even thought about in a long time, like camping
Yeah.
and stuff. So I think that, yeah.
Okay, well, that's great. So do you all have any concerns about what, I mean, when you walk through those doors and leave and go back and things return, you know, you're going to go back in your routine and you're going to be in the different situations and things are not going to be as calm as they are here right now when we're talking about this.
I think, I know Dad's out of town this week for business, so he couldn't be here. So I feel like maybe he's missed. I think that he'll be open to us telling him about what happened and be willing to do what we ask him to do as far as communication or building a relationship goes. But because he wasn't here, I feel like maybe he's missed some of that. So
Yeah. And I would be happy to take the responsibility to fill him in on this and get him on board.
I could even give you all an extra copy
Yeah.
if you
I
want
don't think that would be a bad idea at all.
and go over it with him and see what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay, well, I think you all have done really great today in expressing and talking and respecting what each other has to say. That's a really, really good sign of growth.
Thank you.
How do you guys feel about it?
I feel good. I feel, some things you don't like to hear, but you need to hear them to move forward. So that's where I'm at.
Absolutely. And these are things we're going to continue to work on.
Mhm.
You know, it's a continuous process.
Yeah.
Things happen, and it's just a matter of how you deal with them and move on.
Mhm.
And you guys are very strong.
Thank you.
Well, are we set for same time next week?
We are. We've already scheduled without front.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.
You too.